white, and gold, and weighed in officially at 121.6 pounds. Hailing from Sagamihara, Kanagawa, Japan, he is undefeated with 31 wins. 24 of his 31 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 6 as pound for pound, one of the top boxers in the world. Here is the undefeated former Ring Magazine champion, the former 3-division world champion, and now making his super bantamweight debut. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the ladies and the evening. As they make their way to the ring, here is the champion. Here is tonight's challenger, and boxing pride of Japan, the sensational, undefeated. Here is boxing superstar and pound for pound.
What happens when two Japanese knockout artists collide? Naoya Inoue, the pound-for-pound monster, versus Junto Nakatani, the undefeated southpaw destroyer. This isn't just a fight. This is legacy on the line. If these two step into the ring, who survives? What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to Boxing Edge, where we break down the biggest fights in the sport. Today we're talking about a potential super fight that could shake boxing to its core. Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani. On one side, you have Naoya Inoue, undisputed champion, multi-division king, and one of the most feared punchers in boxing history. Precision, timing, body shots, knockout power. The monster has destroyed everyone in front of him. But standing across from him could be Junto Nakatani, taller, longer, undefeated. A slick southpaw with serious power and composure. A fighter many believe has the tools to test Inoue like never before. In this video, we'll break down their styles, strengths, weaknesses, size, advantages, and give you a final prediction. This is elite versus elite. Let's dive in.
This is one of the biggest fights in Japanese boxing history for sure. You know, I think this reinforces the fact that Naoya Inoue is a global star regardless of whether he fights in the States or not. I know we always, it was a big talking point. Does he have to fight in the States to be that guy? Shushu Carrington came out and said, yeah, absolutely, he has to fight here. He's got to fight me in the Garden. But I don't know, selling out 55,000 in Tokyo Dome, that's a pretty good indication that regardless of where you fight.
I love Inoue, I love Nakatani. I've called a number of Nakatani fights live. I've part of the top rank over the years. I've watched him progress, his evolution over the years. He is a perfect hybrid from the Japanese player to the Western player. He's got this athleticism, southpaw, he gets low, he changes levels, he's got that fluidity, and also he's got that fundamental strength and heart and fighting spirit that we see from Japanese fighters. You put those together, and that is a tall task for anyone in the world.
This fight isn't just about belts or rankings, it's about identity. Who dictates the pace? Who controls the space? And most importantly, who breaks first? Because when elite fighters refuse to step back, the outcome is never quiet. It's violent, sudden, and unforgettable.
Anybody other than Father Time later on is still going to be a few years before he shows up. If anyone could upset the apple cart, I think it would be Nakatani. I don't think Inoue and his people should. I'm not saying they shouldn't fight him at the right time, but that's the kind of fight you don't jump. Because that's good. He's that good. I'm not saying getaway. I ain't calling it a getaway. But I'm saying that's
Two undefeated Japanese warriors, one ring and a collision that could shake the entire boxing world. Naoya Inoue, the undisputed knockout machine, faces Junto Nakatani, the rising force with precision and timing. This isn't just a fight, it's power versus patience, pressure versus control. When two elite fighters refuse to lose, something must break. And tonight, we find out who survives when perfection meets destruction. The arena glows under blinding lights as the crowd erupts with anticipation. Naoya Inoue walks in with cold intensity, carrying knockout power that has shattered champions. Moments later, Junto Nakatani enters calm, focused, and completely unfazed. Two undefeated fighters, two contrasting styles, one defining moment. This isn't just about belts, it's about legacy, dominance, and proving who truly rules this era of boxing. The fight begins with a tense, calculated pace as both fighters carefully measure distance. Inoue takes center ring immediately, establishing control with a sharp jab and subtle footwork adjustments. Nakatani circles smoothly, reading every movement and avoiding early exchanges. The crowd stays quiet but alert, sensing the magnitude of the moment. Every feint carries meaning, every step feels strategic. It's not explosive yet, but the foundation of a war is being built in real time. Inoue begins stepping in with more confidence, his jab snapping faster and combinations starting to form. Nakatani responds with clear counters, showcasing impressive timing and composure. A quick exchange mid-round gets the crowd reacting as both fighters land sharp punches. The tempo rises slightly and the danger becomes more visible. Slow motion replays would later show just how precise these early shots were. This is no longer just a feeling out process, it's the beginning of a high-level chess match. Inoue increases pressure, targeting the body to slow Nakatani's movement. His combinations come in bursts, forcing Nakatani to stay alert defensively. However, Nakatani answers with sharp counters, catching Inoue during transitions. The momentum shifts subtly as both fighters test each other's reactions. The crowd grows louder with every exchange, sensing the intensity building. It becomes clear that one mistake could change everything, as both fighters now fully engage without hesitation. The fight begins to heat up as both fighters take calculated risks. Inoue lands a clean combination that briefly stuns Nakatani, drawing a huge reaction from the crowd. But Nakatani responds almost instantly with a precise counter, reminding everyone of his own power. The momentum swings back and forth, creating tension in every second. This round feels like a turning point, where strategy slowly transforms into controlled aggression and both fighters begin testing each other's limits. Inoue steps inside more aggressively, forcing close-range exchanges and targeting the body with heavy shots. The physical toll starts to build as Nakatani absorbs pressure but adapts quickly. He uses clinches wisely and creates space to reset, then fires back with sharp, straight punches. The contrast in styles becomes clearer, Inoue pushing forward relentlessly, while Nakatani relies on timing and precision. The crowd feels the intensity rising as both fighters show they are ready for a war. Both fighters show growing respect for each other's power and skill. Inoue slows slightly, choosing his moments carefully, while Nakatani gains confidence in his counters. A sharp exchange in the middle of the round sees both men land clean, snapping shots that echo through the arena. The fight feels perfectly balanced, with neither fighter gaining full control. Every movement now carries risk, and the tension continues to build with every passing second. Inoue increases his volume, throwing combinations and bursts to overwhelm Nakatani. The pressure becomes relentless, but Nakatani remains composed, slipping punches and landing accurate counters. The crowd erupts during a heated exchange where both fighters stand their ground. This round highlights the heart of both men, neither willing to back down. The pace, the intensity, and the stakes all rise together, turning this into a true high-level battle. A major turning point arrives as Nakatani lands a perfectly timed counter that stops Inoue in his tracks. The crowd explodes, sensing a shift in momentum. Replay angles would later show how clean and precise the shot was. Inoue quickly resets, tightening his defense. But the impact of the moment is clear. Nakatani gains confidence while Inoue becomes more cautious. This single moment changes the rhythm of the fight completely. Both fighters display elite adaptability, adjusting their strategies in real time. Inoue mixes body and headshots effectively, trying to break Nakatani's defense. Nakatani responds with surgical precision, landing counters at key moments. The fight becomes a perfect balance of aggression and intelligence. Every exchange feels meaningful, and the crowd reacts to every clean punch. It's no longer just about power, it's about who can outthink the other under pressure. Fatigue begins to show, but neither fighter slows down significantly. Inoue continues pressing forward, searching for a decisive moment, while Nakatani remains disciplined and controlled. The exchanges become shorter, but more dangerous, as both fighters conserve energy while still landing impactful shots. The tension rises with every second, knowing the fight is entering its final stages. One clean punch could still end everything instantly. Urgency takes over as both fighters realize the fight could be slipping away. Inoue increases his aggression, throwing heavier combinations with knockout intent. Nakatani stands his ground, responding with precise counters and refusing to be overwhelmed. The crowd is fully on its feet now, reacting to every exchange. This round feels explosive, as both fighters push beyond their limits, knowing this could be the defining moment. The final round is pure cinematic drama. Inoue presses forward with everything he has left, throwing aggressive combinations in search of a finish. Nakatani responds with fearless counters, refusing to back down in the face of pressure. Every exchange feels decisive, every punch carries weight. The crowd erupts continuously as both fighters leave everything in the ring. When the final bell rings, both warriors stand exhausted yet proud, knowing they have delivered a modern classic. This fight is razor close, and it all comes down to execution under pressure. If Naoya Inoue lands clean with full power, the fight could end instantly. But if Junto Nakatani continues using precision and timing, he has a real chance to outbox and shock the world. It's a true 50-50 war, where one moment, one mistake, or one perfect punch could define everything. What a fight, what a war, and what a statement from two elite warriors. Whether it's Inoue's explosive dominance or Nakatani's technical brilliance, this clash proves why boxing remains the ultimate test of skill and art. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Boxing Edge for more high-level fight content, breakdowns, and knockout analysis. And remember, in boxing, greatness isn't given, it's taken. And this fight, it just made history.
In the same division, he has all the world titles. Are you now starting to study for this fight as a potential opponent? Do you think your style matches up very well with his?
Nakatani admits that it is going to be the biggest fight in Japan's boxing history, and he is proud to be a part of it.
It will be probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest fight in Japanese boxing history.
So there you have it, Monster versus Southpaw Sniper. Inoue brings championship experience, devastating bodywork, and proven dominance at the highest level. But Nakatani brings height, reach, timing, and the kind of calm power that could create serious problems. This wouldn't just be a fight. This would be a defining moment in Japanese boxing history. Now I want to hear from you. Does Inoue continue his reign of destruction, or is Junto Nakatani the man to shock the world? Drop your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to Boxing Edge, and turn on notifications so you never miss a fight analysis. Until next time, stay sharp, stay ready. This is Boxing Edge.